an exciting one, Declan. We have 3 returning champs from different years, from the last 3 years, actually. And we have John Davis, who is in this race. He won as a high schooler. So we actually have 4 Festival of Miles champions in this race right here. Olin Hacker from last year, Paul Ryan from 2022, excuse me, and Brett Meyer from 2021, along with John Davis back in the day. So that's always fun. They always want to get their title back or keep their title, like Olin Hacker.
And Hacker, a 356 miler, 5th at World Indoors in the 3,000 meters, and former Wisconsin Badger, is also an NCAA champion in the 5K. Certainly one of the athletes to watch now, and he's wearing the HOKA NAZ Elite vest that we've seen quite a bit. And lots of exciting athletes, though, in this one.
Ahmed Mohammed just went right by it. He didn't even stop. He just keeps on running, which he likes to do. He's done so well this year in cross country. Just ran really well in the 5,000 in LA. So you know he's excited to run the shorter event for him.
Austin Dahlquist leaning in a little bit to the camera that we got going here. 354.27. Jordan McNamara set the record back in 2014. Someone that I ran against back in my day as well, and 4-time champ in this
4-time champ,
Festival
Declan,
of Miles.
That's crazy.
And I remember a couple of those battles. Leo Manzano came out a couple times and duked it out with J-Mac, and just a few of those 56 sub-4s that they've seen here. I think a couple of years from now, they've been accelerating so fast in the last few years with such deep fields that, soon enough we'll be talking about that 100th sub-4 at the Festival of Miles. And, this thing only kicked off in 2008, so it's ramping up. And there he is, the reigning champ, Olin Hacker, for NAZ Elite. Take a look now at our full start lists. We've got Olin Hacker, of course. He'll be wearing hip number 8. Jake Gilliam of Shazam Racing. Dan Michalski from the U.S. Air Force CAP program. Caleb Webb. Jonathan Davis. We got Jason Clayton of Loyola Chicago, my alma mater. A sub-4 miler is Clayton. He did that at this race 2 years ago. Brett Meyer from Hold Fast Running, Ahmed Mohammed, NAZ Elite, our reigning champ Olin Hacker, Adam Moore from Windsor, Ben Veatch from Under Armour Dark Sky, Jack Ansey also of Dark Sky, Austin Dahlquist from Roots Running, Paul Ryan from Golden Coast Track Club, and our pacemaker, or the Pace Pirate, I'm sorry, and quite an athlete himself is Craig Nowak. Eric Avila will be our pacemaker with the goal pace of 2:25 through 1,000 meters. And we're off at the HOKA Festival of Miles, St. Louis Track Club Men's Mile, final race of the evening. And Eric Avila take him out, 2:25 through 1K. The goal pace here to get as many athletes through that sub-4 and into that low 350s range.
Well, last year, Hacker had an amazing kick, and he still is somebody that has such range, and we know that he is always a threat. But, I have to mention the fastest guy in the field, Jack Ansey. He's a 351 miler. He's somebody that kind of gets a little lost in the shuffle at times, but he has set his Aussie record indoors for the 1K. He's run so well for a long time that I think that we got to mention him off the bat. This is a guy that wants to win. He wants to make his Olympic team, and he's devoted the last couple years to running at a very high level.
Yancey ran at Illinois State and went on to Under Armour Dark Sky, running in the Missouri Valley Conference before moving into the professional ranks. But a guy who knows how to get things done, guy who knows how to win, not just run fast. And Paul Ryan, not afraid to get after this one. Up at the front, Ben Veatch also in the mix. Hacker, Jonathan Davis, Yancey, and there's Jason Clayton of Loyola Chicago, making his way up on the outside.
Well, I just saw Paul Ryan over in Herzogenaurach, Germany, actually racing, and he too is somebody that's so interested in what's going to happen in June. You know, there are a lot of guys that are trying to make this Olympic team, whether you're from the U.S. or wherever. So all of these races are geared up to help them get ready to go for their Olympic trials or their Olympic selection.
Now they've started to pick the pace up a little bit here. Eric doing a nice job of keeping an even pace, but nobody seems interested in going quite with him, which would encourage him to push it a little faster. He's got a bit of a gap on the field. Paul Ryan sitting there. Ben Veatch still in the mix. Hacker making his way up on the outside. Jason Clayton and Jack Yancey now have moved up into 4th and 5th. Jake Gilliam, Jonathan Davis all in there.
Olin Hacker coming off of that.
Too.
Olin Hacker coming off that 13:09 in LA 2 weeks ago. He trains with a lot of these guys from HOKA, Northern Arizona Elite. He and his father, a lot of people talk about that, both NCAA champions. They've got it in their blood. They like to win in that family, but Paul Ryan is holding off this charge.
Paul Ryan taking the bell with Hacker on his hip. 2:59.41 at the bell. And Avila step off the track at 1200. Ryan, Hacker, and Veatch all in there. Veatch, he won Big Ten championships in the 3K, 5K, and 10K. Testing himself out at the mile, making a move on the inside. And Jason Clayton of Loyola Chicago on the outside. Also get a challenge coming off a strong collegiate season. Paul Ryan, though, still holding strong on the inside, but Veatch finding a little room to run. Look at Clayton on the outside. Everyone's in this one. Hacker stuck on the rail looking for some room to run. It's Veatch, Clayton, Ryan. 1, 2, and 3. Clayton trying to run down Veatch down the home stretch, but Veatch pulling away for Under Armour Dark Sky. Ben Veatch. And here comes Hacker with the late charge. It's going to be Veatch. Hacker and Clayton finishes 3rd. 3:56.04. Ben Veatch brings it home strong. Olin Hacker closes in 57 seconds to finish 2nd in 3:56.89. Jason Clayton 3:57.06. From Loyola Chicago, the man from Melbourne, Australia. Brett Meyer dips under 4. Ahmed Muhammad under 4, also in 3:57. Caleb Webb runs 3:57. Austin Dahlquist runs 3:57. 3:57 for Yancey and Gilliam. Paul Ryan runs 3:58. Nowak and Moore 3:59. 12 guys sub 4. Adding to that list, make it 68 sub 4s now at this, or 59 sub 4s, 69 sub 4s now, with that one in the high school boys race, and now 12 in the St. Louis Track Club men's mile. Ben Veatch 3:56.04. He's going to be your champ.
Well, you got to give it up to Veatch. I mean, just the way he ran that race, so powerful, just ran so tactically sound, being real patient as we see all of the athletes with 400 to go basically in this race. Look at on the backstretch there. Again, Clayton is the guy I was watching on the outside in the maroon. I thought maybe he was going to be the one to get Veatch, but Veatch just kept turning it over. Look at the power that he puts into the track. You can see that he is so strong. He's so fast, pumping those arms, And Olin Hacker again with that final kick. You know, that guy is so strong, but he's so speedy, you can never count him out. But look at the drive and the determination on the face of Veatch. He trains with Ansi. He knows Ansi's having a great year, and that's where you get confidence, when you surround yourself with great athletes, whether you're training with them or racing against them. Awesome job, Ben Veatch. He should be proud of the way he raced, tactically and just with so much spirit in that race.
Ben Veatch, the Indiana Hoosier graduate, now running for Under Armour Dark Sky, 3:56.04. And third and stepping on the podium there, Jason Clayton of Loyola Chicago, 3:57.06. Your reigning champ, and now finishes second from NAZ Elite, 3:56.89 is Olin Hacker, and your winner of the St. Louis Track Club Men's Mile, 3:56.04 from Under Armour Dark Sky. Ben Veatch brings it home, leading 12 men in this under 4 minutes.
My heart is racing. That was such an awesome race. There was, you know, what they do here at HOKA, they bring together these great fields, and again, they showed us that they know how to recruit athletes.
And let's get a quick word from Ben Veatch on the
track.
All right,
one last interview with Mr. Ben Veatch. 3:56 in the full mile. That's technically a PR by a couple tenths. Talk about that.
Yeah, my best races come from when I just race people, so that's what I was trying to do tonight. I worked out, ran a fast time, new PR, so it's always fun to come away with a win. It's my first win as a professional. Been doing this for 2 years, so it's very validating for all the training I've done, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, I asked one of the other pros, that one girl that won the girls 800, was, you're watching all these high school kids kind of just have fun. Did it take you back and kind of remind you why you started running a little bit, or?
100%, yeah, this is a great meet. I've been telling a lot of the pros here, I was like, I feel like we're the entertainment this evening, and yeah, national meets like this weren't a super big thing on the track when I was in high school, and yeah, it reminds me of a bunch of high school meets where they let the fans on the track in 4 and 5, and the energy was up, and so yeah, it's just a really great night.
So I know you're focused on your race all the time, that's what you're here to do, but when you saw Drew Griffith run 3:57.72, were you like, oh, I gotta beat that?
Kind of, I mean, it's a new era of running with high schoolers running sub-4 regularly, and it's honestly incredible. It's a testament to the work he's put in, and he's a great athlete, and I wish him the best to the next level. And yeah, I mean, we're pros, we're out here to race each other, tune up for the Olympic trials. So yeah, it's super exciting seeing young kids do that, and it's just a new era in track and field.
Awesome. I saw you point at someone in the stands there. You know, who was it? And yeah.
Yeah, it's my dad. He's been at every single one of my races since I was in elementary school. And you know, I only have a handful of races left. I'm going to medical school next year, so this is pretty much my last hurrah on the track, and so he's meant a lot to me. Yeah. Same with my grandpa. He's here tonight too. He's 80 plus years old, and he's driving across the country to watch me race, so it's really cool.
Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. All right, guys, you heard Mr. Ben Veatch, 3:56. Let's go.